Scrap Wyatt Sicks plans with some ex-AEW stars have been revealed. Another talent has made their WWE exit, and a WWE star is currently sidelined with another injury. Stay tuned for all the deets. So jumping straight into the injury here, Adriana Rizzo is back in the safe house as she recovers from surgery following another injury setback, saying, "Here we go again, torn ACL and meniscus, a setback, not the end. As some of you know, I've had a string of bad luck with injuries, ready to attack this and come back 100% healthy for the first time in my WWE career."
The family, Sam.
How's the family going to manage?
I don't know.
It's all in pieces anyway.
It's all in pieces.
It's cut to black now. Nobody knows what's going on.
She was trying to bring them all back together, Sam. A huge shame. As she mentioned, it's not sort of the first time she's had a lot of injuries. She missed 5 months with a ruptured Achilles tendon in 2023 and just under 4 months following a partial ACL test suffered in 2024 as well. She is incredibly entertaining. I think her character work is great, and I think there's a lot of upside in her every time she gets in the ring and has a match. I think she gets better with her ring skills. And yeah, again, it's such a shame when someone's already come back from so many injuries, starts to get a bit of momentum going underneath them, and then it gets pulled out from underneath.
It hasn't really helped things either with the discourse that there seems to be a lot of these types of injuries in NXT among the women's roster especially. But yeah, just all the best to her.
Absolutely.
Like, fingers crossed for a speedy recovery, back on TV at 100%. Now moving on to another NXT name here, Tahuti Miles, aka Ashanti the Adonis, has left WWE, posting on his socials, "After 6 unforgettable years under the WWE lights, the time has come for me to close that chapter. I'm filled with nothing but gratitude for every opportunity, the experiences, lessons, and incredible talent I've had the chance to work with. I'm truly excited to show the world what I can really do. Sometimes you got to get off multiplayer and progress your story mode." That's a game reference for nerds like you.
I love games.
"I believe I'm the face of the future and the reason your girl stopped texting you back." It's a bit harsh. "This is a brand new beginning. I'm becoming the best version of myself. You've only seen a glimpse of my true potential, and I'm just scratching the surface. I know that to some, this can be a dark time, but stars can't shine without darkness. The Adonis out for bookings."
It was reported by Fightful that Adonis's contract with WWE actually expired as opposed to being a release. Dave Meltzer adds a little bit to this as well. He says he was going to get cut, and when they kind of realized if they cut him, they would pay him for 90 days, which would have ended this week. Then they found out his contract ends this week. He did nothing. It's like, from a publicity standpoint, it sounds so much better when his contract expires than you fire a guy whose contract is not up. So they allowed the man's contract to run out roughly the same week that if they had fired him, then they would have to have stopped paying him. Essentially, when they were making the list of guys, he was on that list. That's referring to some of the cuts from about 3 months ago within WWE.
I think that obviously he's going to be a name that's going to shine on the independents. I would like more releases to be this way.
Yeah.
Where it just sort of comes to a natural end point. It's less sort of just swinging the axe. But essentially, it allows him to kind of have that final flourish before he then moves on to the independent scene. But I think, like, ultimately, he's going to be fine.
I think he'll be fine as well.
Land on his feet and then some.
I think, I remember back in like the 205 Live days as well, and thinking he's really solid in ring, but then sort of as things sort of picked up a little bit, we saw the hit row stuff and whatnot. Like, I felt like maybe his mic work wasn't necessarily the best. I thought he could maybe sort of improve upon that a little bit. And then when we saw like the TNA and WWE deal come to be and the partnership there, I was like, oh, maybe he'll do something with like AJ Francis again in TNA. That'd be quite fun. Maybe we see him do something like that again in the future. I don't know.
Potentially. I don't know what the doors are kind of like with the whole TNA thing. Like if they're going to be just sort of allowed to have former WWE names come back through, but I can't see why not.
I mean, they've done it with like Ziggler and stuff, haven't they?
So
as well?
I think that ultimately, like, he is going to find a very good landing spot. Hopefully, one that allows him to shine on all fronts. And then it's sort of the Cody thing, isn't it? Now that's what everybody does. Go away and just sort of add some extra shine to yourself, and then come back and go, look what you missed out on.
Yeah, so completely agree.
Fingers crossed for him. We've got another WWE star announced for Triple Mania as well. Triple A. PW Insider confirming that Corey Graves is off to Triple Mania. He's going to be part of the English announce team this weekend for the very first time. It's going to air all over Triple Mania. WWE is going to be airing Triple Mania next Saturday. The Judgment Day's Finn Balor, JD McDonough, and Rachel Rachel Rodriguez will face Mr. Iguana, Nino Hamburguesa, and Lola Vice in trios action. Los Garza, Angel Umberto will defend the AAA Tag Championships against Psycho Clown and Pagano in a street fight. And then, of course, we've got Dominic Mysterio, Dragon Lee, and El Grande Americano facing Vikingo for the AAA Mega Championship.
Oh, that sounds stacked as anything.
Dominic can't surely just walk in here and take it. But did you hear that crowd response?
I heard that crowd response, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did it.
I think the roof will blow off the place if they do it.
I think it will as well. Is that that's enough reason to do it, right?
Surely.
Right?
Surely.
And then he just turns up on WWE with the championship as well?
Maybe. And then he's just rubbing it in.
Yeah.
Just rubbing it in that he's taken the belt away from them. Even better.
Maybe as someone who didn't grow up watching AAA, I wouldn't mind that personally. I don't know what the AAA fan
kind
base
of landscape
feels.
is. Well, we heard what they felt when Dominic hoisted the title, so
yes.
Yeah, we know that very much they all sort of cheered as loud as humanly possible for that. So if he doesn't get it, it's got to be very, very close, surely.
1,000%.
I was just thinking maybe he becomes like the first proper true IC champion, defending it week to week in Mexico and America.
That's what I thought.
But now this is just like it's just throwing a complete spanner in the works.
Have you seen how many times he's defended that title since having it? I doubt they're gonna have him defend it any more times.
Yeah, that's true. But moving on now to some scrapped Wyatt Sicks plans that involve former AEW stars, which have come out. This again from Karrion Kross here in his My WWE Contract Ends Today video. He made a revelation about some scrap plans for the Wyatt Sicks, bringing up two former AEW stars in the conversation, who I guess at the time were former TNA stars. So the Righteous, Vinny and Dutch, were heavily rumored to be high up on WWE's prospective sign-in list around the time Bray made his return to the company in 2022. They left TNA on the same day Bray returned. So it was very like,
it's happening,
and of course, given their aesthetic, everybody kind of went, okay, well, if they sign the Righteous are going to be aligned with Bray Wyatt.
Right.
So there's a lot of conversation bubbling away there at the time. But essentially, they ultimately made the decision to return to Ring of Honor at Supercard of Honor in March 2023, scuppering any hope of a WWE debut for the pair. But Kross says in this video, Bray wanted to start with the Six, but then he wanted to expand. One of his ideas was to have me, Vinny, and Dutch as like an extension of the Wyatt faction. He had a totally different name for it and everything. We were going to be on another show like Raw, so it would have been sort of like a satellite Wyatt group.
Yeah.
Just be there to make chaos on shows where the Six weren't.
I'd have loved that so much as well, because like I guess when you think about a cult and stuff like that,
yeah, it spreads,
right?
Yeah.
And to have like a different separate faction over on another show,
almost certainly a different type of sinister. The Six are obviously sinister, but in a kind of over the top way.
Yeah,
these would just be sinister.
I think that's it.
Just be really sinister.
I really like that idea as well, because that then, although it's within this certain thing, they then get to shine as themselves as well.
Yeah, if it's a different edge or a different take on it. Because I think like you could have very easily just put them in flannel and went, it's the family again. But
exactly.
I think having something else there would have been really interesting. But he went on to say that Jason Baker, the man who's behind a lot of the latter Bray Wyatt character presentation and everything, he's the special effects artist, very close with Bray Wyatt. He said that he could tell everybody more about it firsthand, as he only really heard about stuff like second and third hand, but he knows he will definitely know more about it. So fingers crossed that gets to come out one day.
I hope so. It felt like things were very much on sort of the right track for a little while. I believe we saw Vinny and Dutch like just sat in the crowd at like an NXT show.
It was sort of like, oh, okay. And like, again, they left on the same day Bray returned. Yeah. Fair enough, there was a few of them. It wasn't just those two left on the same day. There was a fair few people left on the same day. But they left on the same day Bray returned. It just led to all that speculation, but it's one of those big what ifs, I guess.
It is. It is. Yeah. I'd like to have seen it happen. At least.
Yeah. Just to see what would have come of it.
Yeah.
Well, that was it for your second dose of news. We'll be back later on if anything else breaks, but if not, keep it here with us. There'll be plenty coming on the channel later on. In the meantime, watch more videos on the channel. What are you doing? Whatever pops up here next, or wherever, there, I think. Yeah, whatever pops up there next, I'm bad with directions. Just click on that.
Do it.
Do it. Watch some videos. See you in a bit.